And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Animation Commendation. Another season, another year of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition. This is season 6, where we've done this 5 other times before, and now we're doing it again for the 6th time. This is the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire COVID edition, where we're all self-quarantining at home, so we have enough time to do this. And starting off the season this year, we have a wonderful YouTuber, blogger, podcaster, you name it. He's the Disney mastermind, the host of the Diz Quiz himself, Mr. Tommy T. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me for that generous introduction. We'll see. Hopefully I get a few Disney questions this time around. We got a couple last time, but I'm hoping for some straight Disney this time.
Just 12, only 12 Disney questions.
I watch a lot of other animation actually, but sometimes there are certain gaps, so we'll see how it goes.
And you've been a contestant, as you mentioned, in season 4. And for people who aren't familiar with you or the Diz Quiz, care to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So I run, like you said, the Diz Quiz YouTube channel / podcast feed. It is kind of my on again, off again Disney hobby. When I was saying, before we started recording, that it's something that when I have the time and I get the motivation, I'm going to be making these Disney game shows, not too unlike what you got going on here. That's kind of how we found each other, because we both were doing sort of similar things. I got the Diz Quiz game show, and then we're also doing, my wife and I do the Everything We Love About Disney podcast, again, sporadically. And then I do some other video, like little mini documentaries and things like that on the YouTube channel. And then I think it gets updated most frequently is on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages. I do these little just Disney trivia questions. So it'll be usually just a little piece of Disney trivia about the movies or the theme parks. And that's pretty much me. So check us out if you're, an animation and Disney fan. You probably enjoy the Diz Quiz.
Nice, and I'll definitely put links to that after this little video gets posted.
Thanks.
And for those of you who are new to the Animation Commendation and the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition, this is a animation-themed game show where 10 contestants take their chance to get to the million-point question by answering 12 animation-related questions. Once Tommy as long as he keeps getting them right, he goes higher up the ladder. Once he gets one wrong, that's the end of the game, and he leaves with the last number of points from the last save haven. He has 3 lifelines to help him: a 50-50, gets rid of 2 wrong answers, a phone a friend if he chooses, he can call someone for help, or an Ask the Expert. And this season, our expert is Mr. Andrew Garrison, a movie blogger and winner of last season's game show. So Tommy can reach out to him if he has any questions as well. And I guess the last question I have: are you ready to play Millionaire?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. I'm going to share my I'm going to share my screen here with you. Can you see the Millionaire screen?
Not yet. It says, oh, there it is. I got it.
So it's probably a lag.
Yep.
And this is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Animation Edition. And again, this is your ladder of points. Remember, the yellow ones are the benchmarks. Once you get to those, you can't lose them no matter what.
Right.
But your goal is this one, the big million at the top. And again, our expert is Andrew Garrison, so pay attention to what he says. He says, hi, my knowledge of theatrically released Western animation is very detailed. I cover all the major animation companies, also familiar with Miyazaki and surprising amount of British, French, and Belgian animation, animated TV shows from the 80s to the present. I also feel well equipped, but my weak points include animated shows prior to the 80s, anthology animated films, direct-to-video movies, and cult classic animated films and movies. Also, while I'm well-versed in Peanuts, holiday special, anything beyond that may be a challenge for me. I'm hopeful I can provide some assistance in your journey through Mark's Trivia Challenge. Good luck and well wishes to all. And everyone, you can check out his blog, The Movie Guy and Friends, at the link down below. All right, you got all that, Tommy?
Got it.
Here we go. 500 points. Let's go. The 2018 animated Warner Animation Group film Smallfoot features which legendary creature is said to be found in the Himalayas? Are they A, Mothmen, B, vampires, C, Yetis, or D, Loch Ness Monsters?
I did not see this movie, though I wanted to. It looked fun. I heard some pretty good things, but I do remember the trailers quite well, and for that reason, I know that the answer is C, Yetis. That's what I'll go with.
And that's your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Yeah, nothing's final to say final answer, so take your time to say that. But this one, I'm pretty sure you know your answer is correct.
Yeah.
Good job. Smallfoot was actually surprisingly was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's a
So
very interesting film, and it came out in a year where we had like so many like Yeti animated movies. Like we had Smallfoot, we had Everest, we had not Everest, Abominable from DreamWorks, and we had
that one too, yeah.
Missing Link from Leica. So
From Leica, yeah. I actually didn't see any of those. It's almost like, oh, gotta pick one of these to see, and then just like couldn't decide and didn't see any of them. So
they just gave it all up.
For them on Netflix and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Abominable, I think, is the best of the three. So if you want to only pick one, that one's worth watching, in my opinion.
That's the DreamWorks one?
DreamWorks one, yeah. Okay. It didn't really do too well, but it kind of got underwatched, but it's pretty good, in my opinion.
Cool.
All right, Tommy, you're one away from the next benchmark. I have to remind you, if you get this wrong, you lose and leave with nothing. I don't think it's going to happen, but just have to remind you.
We'll see.
1,000 points. Here we go. The 2019 animated Blue Sky Studios film Spies in Disguise features a spy who accidentally gets transformed into what type of bird? Is it A, pelican, B, a falcon, C, an ostrich, or D, a pigeon?
So did you write these? You wrote these questions?
Yes. Did I make a mistake somewhere?
No. I wanted to give you proper props because I love. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is Anthony Mackie the voice of one of the characters?
I haven't seen the movie, but the main character is Will Smith.
It's Will Smith. Anthony Mackie's not in this movie. Maybe I was wrong because I thought that the Falcon was a reference to Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon in the Marvel movies. But anyway, it is not Falcon. It's not the answer. That's right. It was Will Smith. Maybe he's in a different animated movie that I'm thinking of. But either way, I'm going to go with D, pigeon.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay, you said final answer. Your answer is correct. Good job. Congratulations. You have 1,000 points. No matter what you do today, you have 1,000 points. I'm not sure if Anthony Mackie is in the film or not, but I know the main character.
Maybe he was in a different movie. I'll have to look it up later.
But yeah, if he was, that Falcon would be a special Easter egg right there.
Right.
Do you have any interest in checking this movie out?
I do. It's another one that just, I'm pretty sure it came out the same day as Star Wars and some other stuff around that time. I'm trying to catch up on the Oscar movies, and it's just like bad timing. But
it's too many movies in too little time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess now that we're all home, now is the best time to catch up.
Yeah, I'm watching a lot of movies every week. I'm watching like at least 3 or so movies, so trying to catch up on stuff.
That's good. Yeah, I have a list of mine too that I gotta catch up. And this one is one of them on the list.
Yep.
All right, Tommy, you're doing well so far. Let's keep it going. 2,000 points. The 2017 animated Pixar film Coco takes place during which Mexican holiday? I feel I don't even have to give you the choices. You know this one already. But A, Cinco de Mayo, B, Day of the Dead, C, Three Kings Day, or D, Benito Juarez's birthday?
I'm going to go with B, the Day of the Dead.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You are looking for Disney questions, and I'm sure Pixar is up there too. Your answer is correct. Good job.
Love this movie. One of my favorite of the recent Pixar movies.
It is really something unique. I'll definitely say that. And Pixar's newest film, Soul. It looks like Inside Out meets Coco to me.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah,
that's the blend I'm getting.
Yep.
So I don't know what they're gonna do after Soul. Where do you go from there?
I know, but they'll find a way.
Yeah, and they because of the COVID situation, Soul got pushed out to I think November, right?
Yeah, it's November now, and then Ray and the Last Dragon got pushed to next year, and so everything got pushed back a cycle.
Yeah, I can't wait for the cinemas and movie industry to get back to normal again.
Yeah, hopefully soon, but
hopefully soon. We're all just trying to stay safe. That's the important thing.
Yep, for sure.
All right, Tommy, 5,000 points. Here we go. Which actress voices Queen Iduna, the mother of Anna and Elsa in the 2019 animated Disney canon film Frozen 2? Hey, another Disney question. I think I pronounced her name wrong, but here we go. A, Ashley Greene. B, Evan Rachel Wood. C, Blake Lively. Or D, Nikki Reed.
Okay.
It's a Disney one, so you asked.
I've seen this movie. It's Disney. I've got a very good idea of who it is.
Who are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards Evan Rachel Wood.
Okay.
It just sticks out.
Take your time. And remember, you have lifelines if you want to
Yeah,
use
I
them.
just don't know if I want to burn a lifeline on this. I know it's not Blake Lively. I would know that. And I honestly don't know who the other people are. Ashley Greene and Nikki Reed. I don't know who those people are. Huh. Yeah, it's just sticking in my mind that I just remember reading like cast lists and press releases and stuff like that. Saying Idina Menzel and Kristen Bell and so and Evan Rachel Wood being like in that cast list.
What are you gonna do? You can take a chance.
Yeah, it's risky, right? Because it's all or nothing.
Yeah, if you get this wrong, you leave with 1,000 points.
You know what? I'm going to use my phone a friend because I think this is something that my phone a friend will actually have a good idea with because she knows her Disney stuff like me.
All right.
I'm going to do that. Might as well.
All right, and remember, she gets you get 30 seconds to ask her the question for her to answer. So let me just get my timer ready. Let me know when you're ready to ask her.
Oh God. Yeah.
You're my phone a friend.
Oh no.
All right, we have to wait till Mark gives us 30 seconds. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
Go.
Which actress voices Queen Adunia, the mother of Anna and Elsa in the 2019 animated movie canon film Frozen 2? Is it Evan Rachel Wood?
Yes.
It is, right? It's not Blake Lively. It's not Ashley Greene. It's not Nikki Reed.
No.
It's Evan Rachel Wood, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Good job.
Great. All right, I just needed that confirmation. I just needed that little extra confidence. So I had a feeling, and she confirmed it. So I'm going to go with B, Evan Rachel Wood.
Is that your final answer, Tommy?
Final answer.
Well, you were leaning towards that in the beginning, and you use your lifeline, and your wife seems pretty sure that it's Evan Rachel Wood. How much do you trust your wife? We'll find out here. Your answer is correct.
I thought so. It stuck out, but I just wasn't. Thanks. I just wasn't 1,000% sure. You know what I mean? So
yeah, a lot of people I know we're not playing for real money here, but like any of these trivia games, when you're playing them, the pressure sometimes get messes.
Yeah, exactly. You second guess yourself. Yeah.
Like stuff that you were sure of, like the day before, you're like, wait a minute. You start second guessing. So Nikki Reed and Ashley Greene, there are other actresses that are like the same age. I know Nikki Reed was in the Twilight movies. I think Ashley Greene might have been as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, Evan Rachel Wood was she was the voice actress of the Queen.
Awesome.
I remember when she was cast, when they announced her being in the movie, everyone was trying to figure out who she would play, and I thought it would be the Queen in the beginning. So
yeah, makes sense.
Anyway, you had to use a lifeline, but hey, it's whatever it takes. You got two more to go. I mean, 2 more lifelines left until the 32,000 when you get that switch the question. So let's keep going. 10,000. Whew, that was exciting. What color hair does the protagonist Hilda have in the animated Netflix series Hilda from 2018 to now, based on a graphic novel series by Luke Pearson? Is it A, blue, B, pink, C, green, or D, orange?
Oh my God, I have no idea.
Well, this is not a Disney question.
That's not a Disney question.
Do you have any idea about this show?
No, and like I haven't watched a lot of the Netflix shows, but I'm aware of a lot of them, like Troll Hunters and some of the other stuff that they've been putting out. But this one, I don't know. Based on the graphic novel series by Luke Pearson.
Take your time, and you have the expert if you want, or you could ask Gina again.
Yeah, I'd say let's go with the expert because I got nothing here.
No idea.
yeah, I got nothing.
All right, expert, is that final?
Yeah, let's go with the expert.
All right, let's see what Andrew said. We asked Andrew this earlier, and he said, Hilda is an amazing animated show filled with childlike innocence and wonder. I would say she has blue hair and recommend a viewing.
All right, well, thank you, Andrew.
He's pretty sure it's blue.
Yeah, it sounds like he's watching it. It's a pretty recent show, so I'm going to trust his judgment and go with A, blue.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Tommy, you went with Andrew, and he was pretty sure it was blue. Is this the expert's first triumph? Your answer is Correct. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this is Hilda, and this is if you've seen her picture before, you'll know that she has blue hair.
That now that I've seen now that I'm looking at the picture, it kind of is ringing a bell. So
it's a very, very inventive show, and based on the graphic novel series. It has a lot of Nordic mythology inside it. So there's like elves, like in this picture, there are these elves, and they're like trolls and like other Nordic fiction mythical beings. It's a very, very interesting, inventive show. I would definitely recommend if you have time. Check it out.
Awesome.
Anyway,
we'll do that.
Well, you had to use the other lifeline. You only have the 50-50 left, but you still have your 2 away for the next one where you can get to switch the question. Let's go. 20,000 points. Which of the following was not one of the names of the dogs in the 2018 animated film Isle of Dogs? Is it A, Chief, B, Earl, C, King, or D, Duke?
Man, another movie I did not see, and it's crazy because I love Wes Anderson. Okay, so it's funny. I didn't see the movie, but I watched the trailer a bunch when it first came out. I remember.
Okay.
And so, like, a couple of these names are sort of ringing some bells from the trailer.
Such as which ones?
I want to say Chief sounds familiar to me, so I'm gonna eliminate Chief. So, like, I'm leaning towards Earl or Duke right now.
Okay.
That's just, I don't know. That's just my gut. So I'm gonna have to burn that last lifeline and go down to 50-50, and maybe that'll, I don't know, that'll push me. That'll push me somewhere. So let's use the 50-50.
50-50? Okay, this is your last lifeline of the 3. Yeah. But you gotta do what you gotta do to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Let's give it 2 random answers for you. Earl and Duke.
There it is. There it is.
I swear this was randomized.
I know.
So here's what you can do. You can take a guess, and if you get it right, you go to the 32,000, and if you get that one right, you'll have that no matter what. You can take a guess and get it wrong, you leave it at 1,000, or you can walk away now with 10,000 points, which if we have a round 2, that might be good enough for a round 2 appearance. So it's one of 3 choices.
Man. All right, so I'll tell you that I'm leaning towards Duke for some reason. I don't know why. Trying to get in Wes's head. Who would he name? What would he name a character? And then, is it worth taking a guess? Is my other question. But
because if you take a guess and get it right, you only have one more question before you definitely have 32,000 points, no matter what.
Right. I'm close. I'm close. I feel like last time around, I don't remember exactly. Maybe you do. I took a guess.
I think it was sometime around this. I think it was
sometime around here.
20,000.
I think it was the same thing where I ended up. I was like, do I walk away with 10 or 5? And then
you got it wrong last time.
And I got it wrong. It was a Magic School Bus question, I believe.
Yeah. What are you gonna do this time?
And what am I gonna do this time? I'll tell you what I'm definitely gonna do this time is gonna watch Isle of Dogs soon.
No matter what the outcome of this is,
no matter what the outcome is, we're gonna watch that movie soon. But as far as we're gonna do about this question, man, oh man.
Take your time.
You know, Earl is also a weird name for, they're both,
for a dog.
Now that I'm staring at them, it's a weird name for a dog, right? So here's my thing, is that like Duke is a good name for a dog. And I'm like, oh, that's something that that's a good pull for you to, try to make a little tricky, right?
Mm-hmm.
I write trivia questions. I know how to put the tricks in.
You know what's going on in my mind.
but then I'm like, oh, but you know what? Maybe you're too good at that. Maybe you're going to go, maybe you're going to pick Duke from this movie, and that's going to,
that's my red herring.
Red herring, yes. So now I've just talked myself into a knot, basically.
It's 2 trivia masters against each other.
Exactly. This is like, I was going to say, who are those? Bobby Fischer versus the Russian guy. I don't remember. Yeah. I never saw that movie either.
The pawn sacrifice. Yeah.
All right, go big or go home. I'm going to go with B, Earl.
Tommy, is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Whew. Tommy, you had no idea. You took a 50-50. You were left between Earl and Duke, both of which you thought it was. And you had this weird thing going on in your head about which one I tricked you into being. You went with Earl. Tommy, if you get this right, you continue. If you get it wrong, that's it. Your answer is... correct.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe that.
I was so scared you were going to say Duke.
I almost did. I really almost did.
Yeah, Duke was one I chose. It was one of the ones that was listed, but I figured Earl is a good royal name to stick out amongst the others as well, Chief, King, and Duke.
Yeah. And that's what I was thinking, right? That's what I was thinking. It was just too off. Here's the thing. It doesn't. Wes Anderson, everything is very like pretty and nice. And Earl, it's a one syllable word that's too long. It doesn't work. It's ugly.
It's not something he would do. Yeah.
In the world of Wes Anderson, that's not a good word. So
I think even in the world of dogs, I don't know any dog named Earl.
Yeah, there you go.
And speaking of the movie, these are the five main dogs. Not Earl, Chief, Duke, King, and two others whose name I forget right now. But it's a really great animated film. Yeah. And Wes Anderson film. He did another animated film called Fantastic Mr. Fox, which I'm not a fan of, but most people love. But I Love Dogs, I think, is really, really amazing. So I'd say check it out, which you said you were going to do anyway.
I'm going to do that, yeah.
Well, Tony, I'm so excited. I'm glad you got that right.
Me too.
Okay, we're going to the third 2000. If you get this right, you have that no matter what. If you get it wrong, that's the end and you leave with 1,000.
Now I really want this. I want it bad.
You didn't get it last time. Let's see if you can get it this time. Here we go. In the 1978 animated Disney short, The Small One, what type of animal is Small One? Is it A, a cow, B, a sheep, C, a donkey, or D, a goat? Well, this is a Disney question. Is that easier for you?
Unfortunately, it's not. The Small One, 1978 short.
You don't have any lifelines either.
Man, I know.
You could walk away with 20,000, which is even better.
Right here. Like at least an Isle of Dogs, I really did watch that trailer a bunch and knew like I had something, in my brain somewhere that I was pulling from to get that one. This one, I'm pulling nothing. I mean, I don't even. That's the dark ages there, 1978.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think. What even movie was coming out around then? Aristocats or something? I'm just like trying to think in my head of like animators and directors and like
and what they would have
features were being worked on and like what was coming up next. Like Fox and the Hound was a few years away, like I guess. So, but I'm gonna have to walk away, I think, because I don't even think I could take it with no lifelines, no educated guess. It could literally be anything, and I wouldn't be surprised. So
it's a 1 in 4 chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to walk away here with my $20K and see how that does for me. But
Tommy, is that your final answer?
Walk away is my final answer.
You did an amazing job, and you have 20,000 points, which is, if we have a round 2, 20,000 is usually a very good chance to come back for round 2. So I'm happy. Cool. If you had to take a guess here, what would you say the answer is?
I'm going to say my guess is cow. I just think cows are funny animated characters, but let's see what it would have been.
If you told me cow final answer, your answer would have been wrong. So
yeah.
It's a good thing. It was actually a donkey. So this is an interesting animated film. If you've seen this, this is one that Don Bluth worked on before he left.
Don Bluth.
So if you
I can see it.
The donkey looks very Don Bluthy, and
for sure.
It was a sort of, it takes place right around the nativity of Jesus. So this is like the donkey that the boy sells to Jesus' mother and father in the short.
Wow.
So that's kind of the significance of this film. It's mostly because this is one that Don Bluth worked on, I think, before he left.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. You could check it out. I'm sure it's on.
Yeah, you found an interesting gap in my Disney knowledge, and I don't claim to be all knowing. Only I'm all loving. I'm just not all knowing. So I love to learn about it all and see it all. But yeah, this one I hadn't seen.
Now, that's one thing I like about this show is that I get to introduce people to animation that they haven't seen, or they get to introduce me to stuff that they've seen and I haven't. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've got to watch Isle of Dogs. I got to watch Hilda, and I got to look up the small one. So at a minimum, and some of those other stuff looked good too. So
yes, I'll ask you next time I talk to you.
There you go. Got homework.
All right, Tommy, it was a very fun game. I enjoyed myself, and I hope you did too. And before we leave, is there anything you want to say, or how can people find you online?
Yeah, look up the Diz Quiz on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Things have been a little bit quiet lately. I think despite being inside all the time, it's just not been the great time for my creative juices and stuff. But I do have some ideas. I'm starting to get a little bit of, a little bit of that itch to make some new content. So I think in the next few weeks, couple months or so, you'll be seeing some new Diz Quiz stuff come on the YouTube channel and the podcast feed. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, definitely the social media is the best place to keep up with everything going on.
Awesome. And I'll put a link to all those links down below. And for all you people watching, this is game 1 of season 6. And we have 9 more contestants to go. Maybe one of them will make the million, or maybe we'll have round 2 when Tommy will come back. Just have to wait and see. So until then, take care. Bye.